Now, this is the diagram on how you do the walking meditation. I mentioned that normally we do the left and right, then 3-step, little bit, actually, yeah, lifting, pushing, stepping. Then if you want to do 4 phrase or 5, but if you want, you can do 6. It's actually kind of raising, raise little bit. It kind of like tiptoe here. Then you lift out, so you call lifting. Then you push forward. Then you drop. Then you touch it here. So when you touch it, so when you press it down, you can really feel the sensation like your feet is soft, and then when you press, you can feel the contact. It become harder and harder. So it's actually a very good meditation to see the impermanence. Okay, but for somebody, if you want to start, you should start with left, right. Because when you walk fast, you even can see the impermanent. Left become right, right become left, or left disappear, become right. Then right disappear, become left. So you can just walk very fast. Left, right. And if you have a very long journey, you don't need to U-turn or whatever, that's even better. Because when you do like this, you can really feel the changes between left and right. Okay, so if you have a long path, nobody disturb you, you just focus left, right. Then you can see the impermanence. The left disappear, right again appear. Right disappear, then left disappear. Because you have to concentrate. Your mind have to very fast. Left, right. So it's a very good here. That is very good if you feel very sleepy. Okay. Normally we don't say the 2 phrase, we do the 3 phrase. Okay. Lifting, then you do the lifting, then you do pushing, and then you dropping. That's mean that your 1 step divide the 3 part: lifting, pushing, and dropping. That's also good if you want to see the changes between one lifting to another pushing and dropping. The 6th one, normally we can do it at the end of walking meditation. Why? Because it's very tiring. You basically, before you lift, you have to change your weight from shift the weight to one leg. So when another leg is become lighter, then you start to lift, then lift out, all the way push, drop, touch it, and press it. So you can do it at the end of meditation. Let's say spend about 5 minutes or 10 minutes to do here. And what you notice is the difference between each phrase. You have 6 phrases here. Each part, we call it part or portion here, between in one walking, all right, in one walking. So you can do it to see why do we want to do it? We want to see the impermanence, all right? Another reason is because we want to see the 4 great elements. Because here, when you leave out the wind and fire, it makes because the wind, the wind is supporting. Fire is when you heat up something, it becomes lighter. Or for example, you put a piece of paper, you put a fire there, then the heat will make the paper leave out. So that these two. And then the earth is more solid, more compact. And water, when there's a water element, things become heavy. So we say these 2 great elements make the feet feel heavier. So you can notice the changes of these 2 in the 4 great elements. There's one way we can see. Another way, like we see, is just want to see it, how's the formation get on breaking, see stage by stage, section by section, and so on. So that's why they are impermanent, suffering, and non-self. Okay, so do try to practice walking meditation until you can see, until you convince yourself that the material is changing. Okay, now we can read 66. It's an example here. Thomas, you can start.
When he sees formations stage by stage with insight, thus his comprehension of materiality has become subtle. Here is a simile for its subtlety. A border dweller, it seems, who was familiar with torches of wood and grass, etc., but had never seen a lamp before, came to a city. Seeing a lamp burning in the market, he asked the man, I say, what is that lovely thing called? What is lovely about that? It is called a lamp. Where it goes to when its oil and wick are used up, no one knows. Another told him, that is crudely put, for the flame in each third portion of the wick, as it gradually burns up, ceases there without reaching the other parts. Other told him, that is crudely put too, for the flame in each inch, in each half inch, in each thread, in each strand will cease without reaching the other strands. But the flame cannot appear without a strand.
Okay. Do you want to analyze it? What do you think?
I think it's talking about arising and passing from moment to moment of all materiality,
Mm-hmm.
because the flame cannot stand longer than one single rupa moment, and that's what people try to tell him.
Okay. Is it the same flame?
No, the flame is a new flame is arising in each moment.
Yeah, yeah, okay. And does it say any cause and condition here?
Uh, it's talking about the oil and the
Yeah,
wick.
right,
Yeah.
okay. So these are the cause. Okay. So when the cause condition no more use up, so the flame totally disappear. But even before these two disappear, but one actually that's mean that each flame every moment to moment, it's not the same flame because to us it look like same flame, but because it's a each inch. Actually, we see to us it look like same, but actually if we look closer, it's like flickering all the time. So it's not the same flame, right? That's why I try to say in each inch, half inch, each thread, each strand, right? We cease without reaching the other strand, right? So that's the main. But the flame cannot appear without strand. So you got the oil, you got the wheat. Wheat is a strand here. Okay, thank you, Thomas. Okay, next person, 67. It's quite long here. Okay, Sister Kahong, you can read.
Yes, Saji. Number 67. Herein, the meditator's attribution of the three characteristics to materiality, delimited by the 100 years as taking up and putting down, is like the man's knowledge stating thus, where it goes when its oil and wick are used up, no one knows. The meditator's attribution to the three characteristics according to disappearance of what grows old in each stage, to the materiality limited by the third part of the 100 years, is like the man's knowledge stated thus. The flame in each third portion of the wick ceases without reaching the other parts. The meditator's attribution of the three characteristics to materiality, delimited by the periods of 10, 5, 4, 3, 2 years, 1 year, is like the man's knowledge stated thus. The flame in each inch will cease without reaching the others. The meditator's attribution of the three characteristics to materiality, delimited by the 4 months and 2 months periods, by classing the year as threefold and sixfold, respectively, according to the seasons, is like the man's knowledge stated thus. The flame in each half inch will cease without reaching the others. The meditator's attribution of the three characteristics to materiality, delimited by means of the dark and bright halves of the moon, by means of night and day, and by means of morning, etc. Taking one night and day in 6 parts, is like the man's knowledge stated thus. The flame in each thread will cease without reaching the others. The meditator's attribution of the three characteristics to materiality delimited by means of each part, namely moving forward, etc., and lifting up, etc., is like the man's knowledge stated thus. The flame in each strand will cease without reaching the others.
Okay, good. Do you want to give summary? Why this one? Huh?
Confused.
Confused. Okay, anybody want to give summary? Anybody want to try? You have to remember the previous lesson, no? The one we talked about all these 100 years and so on. Anybody want to give a try? Anybody? Thomas, you want to try?
So basically, I think it's talking about the same thing. It's about parting perception into small moments. So the knowledge of the meditator shall be that there is just single moments arising, and there is no constant self in anything like a constant flame. It's just single moments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here have one simile. What is the simile here?
One simile is about the flame.
Okay, and another one, he's talking about the human lifespan of 100, right? Okay, remember?
Yeah, this one,
Okay,
yeah.
so how did it compare the 100 lifespan with this flame? How did it compare? Can you see the way he doing the comparison?
Mm. Season. He's just separating, he's parting, he's talking about diverting everything, every concept of a big time frame in small portions of arising and passing.
Okay. Generally, I think you get the idea. Okay, it's what they say is, I think in Chinese tradition, you all more understand about it. You know, in Chinese culture, we compare our human life as a single candle. You all remember for Chinese people? Our life is actually in Chinese story. We believe somewhere in the hell or whatever, there's a one big candle represent our life, remember? And then if somebody accidentally going to cut it off into half, so you will have a half lifespan. You all remember this story? Some of the Chinese culture. All right. Okay, so it's like what it say here is like using one big candle or one big candle to represent our life. So let's say this is one big candle is 100 years. So when the flame being burned, it start to burn until it finish. So when the flame totally finish or this lamp totally finish, it represent our life totally finish. So what it tries to say, each part of the flame, first you divide it to three parts, like our human from beginning, middle, end. Then if you want to divide, remember last time, divide it to 10 years. After that, you divide smaller to 5 years, then to 1 year. Then after divide to like 6 months, 3 months. Then finally, morning and night. Then after that, 6 parts of the day. Okay. And then after that, finally make it very slow, very small until each step in the moving, pushing downward, or each step also you can divide into 6 parts. This means that trying to see, like Thomas say, very small moment to moment. But moment to moment is also impermanence. Just like one flame, one single thread, one single strand is this one. It will cease without reaching the others. Okay, so actually this is a very good contemplation. No? If you want to, because our lifespan is 100, it's difficult for us to contemplate from very young until we pass away. But what you do is, if according to this simile, you can use a candlelight and then you just observe it to see the impermanence. So remember last time we said kasina. Kasina, one of the kasina is fire kasina. But kasina is a samatha practice. If you look at the kasina, you just observe the flame. You just observe the fire. You try to get a static image. That is for more kasina. But here we are not looking at the static image. We are trying to see how it burn and burn and burn. It burn the strand, burn the parts by parts by parts. Okay, so it teaches every moment is impermanent. Just look at this lamp, this candle, this flame. All right, I think you all get the general idea, right? Can? Or still blur?
Yeah, but I suggest, yeah, now I understand.
Just imagine your life is one big candle and then every moment burning, 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 burning. That's what I'm trying to say like this. Actually, it's really one of the Chinese culture. Because when I'm young, I watch lots of different culture, Chinese film. They also say somewhere in a hell or wherever like there's a lamp that represent our life. So maybe this is a simile here lah. So if somebody accidentally go and cut off your candle, so your life is become half. Okay, right. Okay, now I think this. All right, so 68. So means that everything of the material try to see anicca dukkha anatta. According to disappearance of what grows old in each stage, he analyzes the same materiality and divide into 4 portions as arising from nutriment. And he again attribute the 3 characteristics to each portion. All right.
Sorry, Saji.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask, why is it saying the plane did not reach the other track? It must reach the other track, only the other
No,
track.
it's not the same flame. It's a different flame.
It's not the same frame, but it still reach, right? Or what trying to say is
No, one
this a different
frame burn, it disappeared right there. Then it transfer. You can say the next one happen is another frame. Even though you thought it's same frame, but if you look at it, actually it's not really same, you know. No single frame is same one. It's not like painting. When you paint something, it look like forever. The paint is the fire is static or the flame is static, right? But actually when you look at flame, it's actually flickering.
Okay.
Okay, later you go and burn a fire in front of you. Burn a flame and look at it, all right? Okay, now arising from it. I think this part is talking about should be the karma, chitta, utu, ahara, the 4 causes of the materiality. Because he said arising from nutriment. So nutriment is cause. So we have 4 causes: karma, consciousness, chitta, then utu, weather or heat, and then nutriment is ahara. Okay, now about this part is actually quite interesting. Actually, it requires lots of contemplation, no? Because this part, when we look at the Visuddhimagga, especially this part of wisdom, it's not just you meditate on it. You need to use lots of your own wisdom to contemplate things again and again. Okay, next person, Sister Xiong Yok Heng, number 3. Can you see? I'll make it bigger.
Number 3, herein, materiality arising from nutriment becomes evident to him through hunger and its satisfaction. For materiality that is originated when one is hungry is parched and stale, and it is as ugly and disfigured as a parched stump, as a crow perching in a charcoal pit. That originated when hunger is satisfied is plump, fresh, tender, smooth, and soft to touch. Discerning that, he attributes the 3 characteristics to it. Thus, the materiality occurring when hunger is satisfied ceases there without reaching the time when one is hungry. Therefore, it is impermanent, painful, not self.
Okay, so this is easy, right? Okay. What do you think, Sister Sean? Sister Sean Yok Heng.
Yeah, this one also is telling us about to let us see the impermanence.
In terms of what? Impermanence or what?
Impermanence of the hunger.
Yeah, hunger and
feeling full after
full.
we
Yeah,
eat.
yeah, okay. So when you feel your hunger and when you are feeling full, so the rupa, we say the materiality changes. Okay, so we have to see the changes. So when you feel hungry, so it become ugly, right? That's what I try to say. But when you feel when you're satisfied, you eat a good meal, so the materiality become plump, fresh, and tender. Okay. Okay, next one. This is quite easy to understand. Okay. So this means that we have to see everything, just not only in walking meditation, but also when we eat something, right? And 69, next person. Okay. Let's Sumita, you can try this one.
Sajay, I'm sorry, because I printed the lesson, I thought was from 77, 78, but now we are using.
No. This one is a previous one. Previous one not finished yet.
Oh, I cannot find. Sorry, I cannot read
No,
from the screen.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay, never mind. Melinda?
Thank you, Saji.
69, yes.
69. That arising from temperature becomes evident through cool and heat. For materiality that is originated when it is hot is parched, stale, and ugly. Materiality originated by cool temperature is plump, fresh, tender, smooth, and soft to touch. Discerning that, he attributes the three characteristics to it thus. The materiality occurring when it is hot ceases there without reaching the time when it is cool. The materiality occurring when it is cool ceases there without reaching the time when it is hot. Therefore, it is impermanent, painful, and not self.
Okay. So, Melinda, do you understand this? Yes, right?
Impermanence also. The three characteristics of impermanent, painful, and not self. I'm not very sure, but they just say that the hot ceases there without reaching the time when it's cool. So this part I'm not very sure.
Oh, okay. So actually, this is understand if you understand Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma means that it's every moment to moment. Actually, our nama rupa keep on changing. So at one moment, your nama rupa is one thing. Then the next moment, another nama rupa. Another next moment, another nama rupa. So this means that if the materiality is hot, it will cease there. Okay, it will not go even without reaching the cool. Actually, it already by the time it reach the cool, of course, it must be become another materiality, right?
Changing.
So yeah, so it's no need to wait until it reach the cool. At that moment, it arise, it will cease, right? Because the thought process is 17, right? 17 chitta. So after the 7 chitta, then the materiality will cease. So if you think about Abhidhamma, you understand. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
For explaining.
Okay. Yeah. So
Saji, can I ask a question?
yes, Sister Yo, yes.
Yeah, temperature here means what does it mean? Related to food or related to
Your body, you feel hot and cold.
Oh, so this is temperature is related to our
your body. Yeah, because when the body cold, when you turn on the aircon, your body, how you feel the body? Your body feel very stiff, right? Yeah, okay. So the above is hungry. When your stomach feel hunger and
Yes.
satisfied is another one. This one is when your body feel cold. So it's different from when you feel warm. All right.
Yes.
So the body changes because our body is subject to change.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the meaning.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you, Saji.
Okay, now 70. Okay, next person. Sister Sumitra Khan, you can read 70.
Thank you, Saji. 70. The karma bond becomes evident through the sense doors, that is, the base of consciousness. Discerning all that materiality, he attributes the three characteristics to it thus. The materiality occurring in the eye doors ceases there without reaching the ear door. The materiality occurring in the ear door, the nose door, the materiality occurring in the nose door, the tongue door, the materiality occurring in the tongue door, the body door, the materiality occurring in body door ceases there without reaching the mind door. Therefore, it is impermanent, painful, not self.
Okay, do you understand this?
I guess,
You guess,
I
yes.
guess,
Okay.
we feel all these senses in a different section. Could it be at one times we only feel one sense, one
Yeah.
object?
Right. Yes. Because the consciousness, there's only one consciousness arise. So if your eye consciousness arise, then your ear consciousness cannot arise. But because the mind arise very, very fast, so to you, like you are looking at me, you are hearing you are hearing at the same time. But actually it's concurrent. Eye consciousness arise, then we call it eye door process finish. Then the ear door start. Then the ear door finish, eye door. So it's like running very fast concurrently. Okay? So this means that in eye door, if the eye door active, then the material there is ceased before the other door, ear door active. So if the ear door finish, then the nose door start. Nose door finish, go for tongue door. So that's why if you practice the six sense basis, you can really see the sense basis and then the sense consciousness are not the same, but they happen very, very fast. That's why it sounds like, to us, we sound like we are having a six sense door at one time, but not really. Okay, so that's the meaning. It's the kind of moment to moment, different kind of consciousness. When the different kind of consciousness arise, of course, based on the different door. Eye consciousness and ear consciousness are not same. Why? Because it's different place, different door, right? This is more obvious. So your eye door is definitely not same with the ear door, because eye door is using which one? Retina, right? Ear door is the sensitive part inside the ear. Then nose door, of course, the material is not same, the place also not same. All right, can you follow? Your eye and ear, are they same? The place? No, right? Don't tell me you all cannot differentiate. Your eyes is a retina that receive the visible object. The ear is a sensitive part inside the, how you call it? The spine hair inside that trap the sound, right? So the door are different. So the materiality at the door, of course, are not same. So that's the meaning. So it arises there and it must cease at the same place. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay, now 71. Okay, next person, Brother Lim. Yeah. 71.
71.
Mm-hmm.
The consciousness originated becomes evident through the behavior of one who is joyful or grief. For the materiality arisen at the time when he is joyful is smooth, tender, fresh, and soft to touch. That arises at the time when he is grief is parched, stale, and ugly. Discerning that, he attributes the three characteristics to it thus. The materiality occurring at the time when one is joyful ceases there without reaching the time when one is grieved. The materiality occurring at the time when one is grieved ceases there without reaching the time when one is joyful. Therefore, it is impermanent, painful, and not self.
Okay, so do you understand this?
When the consciousness arises,
Mm-hmm.
if it's joyful, it's joyful. If it's grief, it's grief. So when you are joyful, you have to cease before grief can start.
Yeah,
So
sure. Different consciousness, definitely. Yes.
so there are two of them are not really in. So it means that all these are impermanent thing, you know. So joyful is also impermanent thing, grief also impermanent, and it's also painful and it's not self.
Okay, but here is not talking about consciousness only. It's talking about when consciousness appear, then at the same time they will materiality. The materiality is different from when you are joyful and when you are grief, when you are not happy. So the materiality, the lupa are not same. Yeah. Okay. Can follow? Can Of course, when you're happy, the mind is different. Based on the different mind, our lupa also change. Okay, so you can see somebody when somebody is happy, you can see the face is much more brighter. When somebody is sad, in sorrow, depression, so the face totally change, right? So yeah. So this means that the consciousness will affect the materiality, and materiality is not same. When you're happy, it will arise and it will cease. So when the mind become unhappy, another materiality will arise and cease. So these two are not same. So I trying to tell you that this is our materiality will change due to the consciousness, different states of mind. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
thank you. All right. Now 73 and why it's 73? Why this one, huh? Having attributed the three characteristics to that arising off from nutriment, here again attributes to three characteristics to natural material. Okay, now here is actually he compare with the things. That means that more on the normal things that the trees or the iron, copper. So these are not bound. Now bound with faculty, this means they are not inside the body, not the human or sentient beings, not part of the body. It's just a normal things, natural things. Okay. For example, we look at the simile is given about the tree, a tree. He's giving the simile of a tree. So first it become pink, then become red, then become brown, then the color of shoot. Then this means that one tree it grow. As it grow, the color will change. Then the color of dark green leaves, and then successive stages of such material continuity. After it become old, the color become brown. After that, it break off from the stem and fall off. So we can see the changes also in the outside world, in the natural things like tree and so on. I think 75 we can skip it. It's quite okay. It's quite easy. It's just say how. All right. So that's how he comprehend all the natural materiality. That means that everything in the whole world. When you look at the tree, when you look at the flowers. Okay. So when, for example, today, during the Chinese New Year, there are many flowers offered here. So every day I look at the flowers. This morning I look at it. The next I look at it, then the flower become older and older, look ugly and ugly. Then petals start to fall down. Then finally we had to throw away all the flowers offered to the Buddha. So that's a natural materiality. Okay. So this material septet we already mentioned in the beginning of this document. All right. So Sumita, this is the document I sent to you previous week. All right.
Yeah,
So
Saji, I have just printed. Now I can
okay.
start to read. Thank you.
We finished already.
Ah,
Okay. Okay, let's go for the next one. So I will just stop for a while, this one.